Hi, I'm Jazzy Shmanik,
And I'm Steve Shmanik.
and this is Night's Watch. We are capping HBO's new show, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Today we're covering episode 2, which is called
Heart and Salt Beef.
Yeah. We just wanted to start off by saying the world sucks right now. It's crazy, the things that are happening, and terrible, and we just wanted to acknowledge that before we started because it felt weird not to. Things aren't normal, so we shouldn't be normal. Yeah, things are awful. Find joy where you can. Take care of each other. Laugh at this show because it's funny, and try to get through it.
Yep.
We're gonna talk about episode 2 today. So fun.
Yeah.
So funny. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the whole season.
Yeah.
It's really, I love how funny it is.
It's really funny.
I love the world, and it's a nice just change of pace from how stressful that show can be.
Yeah, I've seen some people online calling it like a cozy Game of Thrones.
That's perfect.
Yeah,
it
kind of
is cozy.
It's a little less intense.
Yeah,
it's nice.
It is nice. You want to go ahead and get into our recap?
Yep. All right. So starting off episode 2, Hard Salt Beef. The episode opens with a voiceover of Dunk recalling his mentor, Sir Arlen of Pennytree. He says he was a true knight, quiet, peaceful, and humble. Meanwhile, we see Sir Arlen stagger outside, fully nude, to take a morning piss, massive hog in hand. Dunk speaks about how Sir Arlen always knew what was expected of him, and he never complained. Even as he was dying, he just got on with it. The camera pans down to show a large, infected-looking gash on Sir Arlen's forearm. Over a montage of Sir Arlen with Dunk, riding, training, singing, eating, laughing, and riding some more, Dunk continues to extol the virtues of his recently deceased master. He talks about how little he asked of the world, his skill at arms, how his granite chin and sheer determination made him a dogged fighter. We see a scene of Sir Arlen and Dunk riding again, with Sir Arlen looking suddenly exhausted, like he's having difficulty staying mounted on his horse. Dunk trots up from behind looking concerned, but Sir Arlen continues singing and just rides on. Dunk, in voiceover, addresses House Florent and House Hayford, telling them of how Sir Arlen served them in times of need. And then we cut back to the present in Ashford. Dunk is now speaking to Lord Leo Longthorn Tyrell about Sir Arlen's time in his service. Dunk tells Lord Tyrell that it was him that told Sir Arlen that a hedge knight is the bridge between the lords and the small folk. Lord Tyrell, sharpening an axe, is unmoved, however, saying he knows him not. We then cut to Dunk and Egg walking and talking, and Egg asks Dunk about Sir Arlen. Was he a shit knight? He says he couldn't have been a very good one if no one remembers him. Dunk takes offense to this, but Egg says it doesn't seem like the lords are even listening to him when he tells them about Sir Arlen, and Dunk agrees, but he laments that there's nothing much he can do about that. Egg objects, telling Dunk fuck them, and then continues with a very creative proposal involving Lord Tyrell and a, quote, lance hole. Egg asks Dunk why he acts like these lords and knights are his betters. They are, Dunk replies, and you're too brazen for your own good. Suddenly we hear trumpets blaring. Dunk and Egg turn around to spot riders in black armor with Targaryen banners riding across a stone bridge towards the Ashford tourney grounds. Egg looks worried and asks if he should go back to camp to check for thieves, and Dunk agrees, handing Egg Chestnut's reins. Chestnut's one of their horses. Egg asks Dunk for a weapon, but Dunk says he has a knife and that should be enough, and then threatens that if Egg tries to rob him, he'll hunt him down with dogs. But you don't have dogs, Egg replies as Dunk walks away. I'll get some, Dunk yells back. Where? Egg taunts, to which Dunk replies with a loud bark, which seems to genuinely startle Egg as he walks back to the camp. We then see Dunk watching the procession of Targaryen riders as they make their way into the castle grounds, and then a flamboyantly dressed gentleman announces the arrival of Prince Baelor Targaryen, the eldest son of King Daeron Targaryen, Hand of the King and Lord of Dragonstone, and his brother Maekar. Prince Baelor makes introductions to Lord Ashford and his family, while Dunk looks on gawking from the side of the courtyard. A haughty voice asks Dunk to stable his horse, and then we see a young man with platinum blonde hair dressed all in black. This is clearly a Targaryen, Prince Aerion Brightflame, Maekar's oldest son. Dunk nervously says that he's not a stable boy. Not clever enough? Asks the prickish Targaryen princeling. He then asks for some wine and a wench instead, but Dunk says that actually he's not a serving man either, he's a knight. The Targaryen responds, "Oh," looking Dunk over, the knighthood has fallen on dark days. This guy sucks. He walks off before the real stable hand gets a tooth kicked out of his head by a Targaryen's horse. Dunk calms the horse and leads it into the stable. The pretty ones are always temperamental, a voice says. Dunk says the horse just got a bit excited, and another voice says he meant the princeling, not the palfrey. Dunk turns around and is shocked to see two members of the Kingsguard, dressed in their signature white armor and cloaks, standing behind him in the stable. They introduce themselves as Sir Roland Crakehall and Sir Donald of Duskendale. Sir Roland teases Dunk for his size, asking him if he rides his horse into battle or if it's the other way around. And Sir Donald apologizes for his sworn brother, who then asks, "Is there a proper place to shit around here?" To which Dunk replies, "Not really, no," knowing full well the best places to shit around here. Roland walks off to take his shit, leaving Donald to ask where Dunk is from. "Nowhere really," answers Dunk. Donald says his family's from the same place, and that his family are crabbers. Dunk is stunned. He assumed members of the Kingsguard would all be of noble birth. He asks Sir Donald how he became a knight, and Sir Donald replies with a smirk, "The same way we became crabbers." After a moment of stunned silence, a stable hand asks Dunk to move it the fuck along, please. Dunk sees a serving woman go into the castle through a side door and follows her inside. He skulks through the halls a bit before overhearing a conversation between Princes Baelor and Maekar regarding some members of their house that are apparently missing. Then Lord Ashford's daughter, Gwen, appears next to Dunk, who's obviously eavesdropping at this point. She shushes him, holding a finger up to her lips, and whispers that the prince's sons are missing, probably dead, and ominously that wars have been started for less. Then she says, "You're big and stupid," before making Dunk flinch and running off. Dunk continues eavesdropping on Baelor and Maekar. Maekar's sons Aegon and Daeron are supposed to be here at Ashford already, but they never showed. The brothers discuss how Daeron will likely show up with Aegon eventually, maybe after the tourney. Maekar doesn't seem very fond of his son, saying that he swears he'll see him dead if he doesn't get his shit together. Maekar then spots Dunk skulking about, demands that he show himself. Dunk reluctantly walks in and launches into his story about how he needs to be vouched for at the tourney. Maekar, confused, asks what the fuck is going on, but Baelor waves him off and bids Sir Duncan approach. Dunk continues, but Lord Ashford then interjects that a sword and a shield alone don't make a knight, and begins to tell Dunk to leave, but Dunk presses Prince Baelor directly, asking him if he remembers Sir Arlen. Prince Baelor takes a moment to think, then remembers that while Sir Arlen never won a tourney, he never shamed himself either. Prince Baelor recalls a time when Sir Arlen unhorsed the Grey Lion himself, and asks Dunk to recall the Grey Lion's true name in order to prove his identity. Dunk furrows his brow, looks down for a moment, before his eyes widen with remembrance. Sir Daemon Lannister, the Grey Lion. He's Lord of Casterly Rock now. So he is, replies Baelor. His brother Maekar asks him how the fuck he remembers some hedge knight from 16 years ago, and Baelor tells the story of a joust at Storm's End, where he faced off against Sir Arlen. Dunk recalls the story, but Sir Arlen's version apparently exaggerated the number of lances he broke with Prince Baelor. And when Dunk interjects with this, Prince Baelor corrects him, and Dunk takes a knee to apologize, saying that Sir Arlen used to say he was, quote, thick as a castle wall and slow as an oryx. The prince graciously grants Dunk's bid to enter the lists, confirming the decision with the master of the games, Lord Loogie. And Dunk is overcome with gratitude before Maker kindly asks him to fuck off. It's a lot of telling people to fuck off.
A lot, yeah.
Baylor apologizes for his brother, explaining that his sons are missing. Dunk apologizes, but puts his foot in his mouth, saying, "I trust they will not be found dead," which prompts Makar to sit up and look at Dunk as if he just told him he fucked his mom. Dunk awkwardly turns to walk away before Baylor stops him to ask if he's Sir Arlen's son. "No, I'm not," Dunk replies. Baylor then explains that he'll need his own sigil then, since only trueborn sons may inherit a knight's arms. Dunk thanks Prince Baylor and promises to fight bravely before walking away, unsure of which way leads to the exit. We then cut to Dunk once again at the puppet show. This time he's with Egg, as the performers enact the tale of Sir Florian and Jonquil. Dunk drinks an ale while the performer Tansel plays Jonquil, wearing an elaborate costume with stilts and puppeteered arms. "A fool and a knight? I've never heard of such a thing," Jonquil says to Florian. Florian replies, "Sweet lady, all men are fools and all men are knights, where women are concerned," which gets a big laugh and round of applause from the audience. The camera closes in on Dunk making googly eyes at Tansel again. That's it. First half.
After the puppet show, Egg and Dunk speak with Tansel about painting Dunk's new sigil. They agree on a sunset build with an elm tree in a meadow with a shooting star overhead. Dunk pays Tansel for her work and tells her he's Sir Duncan the Tall. She laughs and tells him her nickname is Tansel Too Tall. Dunk is smitten and tells her she's not too tall. She's just right for... Egg saves him by chiming in, "Puppets!" After the meeting with Tansel, Dunk is worried he messed things up, and Egg gives him a pep talk while they watch a game of tug-of-war outside the Baratheon tent. They're interrupted by Lionel Baratheon, who drags them into the game of tug-of-war. They're winning until Lionel walks off midway to slake his thirst. The team grumbles at him, and he comes back, and they finally win. After the game, Dunk meets fan favorite, local badass, Steely Pate. He asks to buy armor, but it's 800 stags, and he only has 2. Pate takes pity on Dunk and agrees to make him take some of Sir Arlen's armor to melt down in exchange, along with the 2 stags that he has left. Dunk agrees to bring him 600 stags after he becomes champion of the tourney as he plans. Pate asks him if the other competitors plan to just let him win, and he's stunned to silence as he ponders Pate's words. Alone, Dunk and Sweetfoot stare at the empty tourney ground. Dunk sadly says goodbye to his horse. He's sold her for the coin to enter the tourney. He promises to buy her back if he wins, and he makes her new owner promise to give him oats and an apple tonight. A bit later, the first night of the tourney has started. Dunk lifts Egg up on his shoulders, and they watch with excitement. Some gross a-hole from House Tully eats a whole unprepared raw fish to get the crowd going. The Crown Prince's son, Valar, is the first up to tilt and the favorite to win the night. The horses and riders and lances collide over and over as the knights perform for the crowd. Dunk begins to panic, feeling out of his depth. Back at the camp, Egg is enthusiastically reenacting the events of the tourney with a stick as Dunk stares at the fire. Egg asks why he's sad, and Dunk tells him that he realized Sir Arlen was never a great knight. He wasn't even a very good person. But Sir Arlen was good to him and raised him to be an honorable man. He's proud to be Sir Arlen's legacy, even if the other lords don't remember him. Dunk swears that tomorrow he'll show everyone what Sir Arlen's hand has wrought.
And that's the end of the episode.
And it is good.
It's a good episode. Lots of really funny moments in this episode.
Mm-hmm.
Just lots of great moments in general. We get introduced to Prince Baelor and Makar, one of whom is very likable.
Yeah. Targaryens are a real hit or miss bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a real mix. Should we go into our top or bottom 5 first? Bottom. Okay, I only have 3.
I have 4.
All right. I'll start. So my first one, bottom 5. I don't know if Smarmy Lord Ashford looks like he's played by Stephen Root.
He does kind of look like Stephen Root.
Every time his face shows up, I have to think, is that Stephen Root? No, it's not Stephen
He
Root.
does.
It just kind of looks like him. He's got the same kind of general shaped face.
Mm-hmm. I can see it.
Yeah.
My number 4 is not enough Lionel in this episode.
Yeah.
Could have used more Lionel.
More Lionel, please.
I mean, he's great. He's fantastic. I love that guy.
The little bit we do get of him in this episode is fantastic.
It's so funny. The tug of war scene, like, especially because Egg is in the front, trying to like not be pulled over the middle median.
The mud.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like hanging on with all of his weight,
his entire body
around the rope. Yeah. And the fact that they're winning, and the Lionel's like, hold on, I need to go get a drink. It's like, I'll be right back.
I'm thirsty. Shut up.
He comes back and he slaps Dunk on the ass and says, looking good. And then he grabs the rope, pulls it for the victory. It's really funny. I fucking love that man.
Me too. Daniel Ing's killing it. I hope he gets nominated for this.
Yeah. Okay, my next one. You mentioned this in your recap. The Tully Knight biting the head off that fish seems like a real salmonella risk.
I think you get chickenella from fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was super gross. I'm curious how they did that. It has to be like some kind of
fake fish.
It has to be some kind of like edible thing, but it looked super real.
Yeah, it did. It looked like a real fish. I feel like it was. It was a really impressive fake.
I can't imagine that anyone would choose to do that. I mean, I don't know. I have seen Man vs. Wild, so maybe
that actress is really dedicated.
Yeah,
and wanted to do it for real. Yeah, he's method. Even when he's not on camera, he's a Tully.
My next one is I bet that Kit Harington was thrilled to see that hog.
Yeah,
he made that statement, and I agree.
Yeah,
knee length. It was knee
it's
length.
fucking massive.
It's a lot.
Sir Alan was hung like a horse. My next bottom item is Aryan Bright Flame seems like a real fucking douchebag.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. That guy is perfect to play a Targaryen.
Yeah. Immediately sets the tone for the character, and you immediately are like,
you don't even need to hear him talk.
Yeah.
He's got a smug face. He's got
a real douchey face.
He's got a real smug face. I'm sure he's a lovely person. But
yeah. Nothing against the actor. Yeah. He's doing great.
Yeah. But that's why I say they grow them in that factory where they make the Targaryens.
Yeah. The smarmy blonde actor factory.
That's the one. My next one is that the noblemen are fucking dicks. All the lords suck.
Pretty much, yeah.
I really loved Duskendale, and of course Baylor is awesome. Great character.
Yeah.
Great actor.
Yeah.
Like really, really has the like presence of someone that is royalty. Mm-hmm. And Duskendale was really cool.
Yeah.
I just like people who are nice to Dunk.
Yeah.
Yeah. But oh my god, the Tyrell guy with the teeth.
Yeah, the guy he's talking to at the beginning.
Yeah, his like had like completely brown, completely rotted out teeth. I was like, that's the first time I've seen historically accurate teeth on any show ever.
Yeah. Yeah, how could you? That guy was just so unmoved by Dunk's tale.
Yeah,
he's like, no, sorry, I can't remember him.
Yeah. That was your last one, right?
Yeah, that was my last bottom.
My last one is Dunk having to sell his horse.
Yeah.
Sweetfoot. That sucked.
Sweetfoot's, is that the war horse? One of them is a war horse, and I forget.
I don't know. No. I wouldn't know.
I imagine the war horse probably sells for the most, but I don't know.
I would assume he would keep
the war horse for the journey.
Yeah.
I think, yeah. So I don't think Sweetfoot must not have been the war horse.
Not sure. All right, how about for your top 5?
Okay. My top 5, number 1, Sir Arlen hangs dong.
I like that that's in your top. Yes.
more
does.
dongs on TV, and it's a working pissing like dong. It's clearly a fake
It's
dong,
a prosthetic.
but like it must be rigged with like a little water
I'm waiting
system
for the
in there.
actor to come out and be like, no.
That was my real dick, and I really pissed.
I'm almost positive you're not legally allowed to do that. But
What? Piss on camera? For real? They do it on like Jackass all the time.
I thought it was against the FCC laws, but maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know. I mean, stuff's changing now. I mean, we even occasionally, not in this show, but get to see erect penises. And that's new. I've never got to see like just seeing a penis alone was rare. But now we're every once in a while on like HBO and stuff, they'll show an erect penis. That's very racy. Pushing the limits.
Mine is I'm really excited to see more of Dunk and Arlen together.
Yeah.
The actor that plays Sir Arlen is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And you really only get like teases of him throughout the story.
Yeah.
But it was really nice to spend a little bit more time, even though it was just like a couple like scenes of flashbacks.
Yeah.
It's really nice just to see more of the character of their dynamic together, them like working and training and writing together. It's just
I feel like it's a little more fleshed out than it is in the short story.
Yeah.
Where we learn about Sir Arlen mostly from Dunk, just like recalling stuff about him, but we don't get to see like there's no like full like flashback. So I feel like they fleshed Sir Arlen out a little bit for this adaptation, which I love because he's such an interesting character. You really don't see anyone like that on any of the other Game of Thrones shows.
No.
Someone who's a hedge knight, who's around nobles, but is just like poor and lowborn.
They don't spend any time on the lower class.
Yeah, not really.
Unless they're prostitutes.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
A little bit in the House of the Dragon season 2, but that's mostly just because they're building up towards events that are going to happen later where those characters become important.
Yeah.
So that's like one of the best things about this show is it centers around a lowborn man, and I love that.
What's your next one?
My next one is Dunk barking at Egg, and Egg being genuinely scared for a second.
That was really funny.
It's just one loud, deep woof.
Yeah.
You see Egg flinch from it.
Yeah.
Like, ah.
That kid is so cute.
Yeah, he's an adorable kid.
I think he's
He's
adorable.
funny too.
Yeah.
Good actor.
Killer timing.
Yeah.
Which brings me to my next one. Egg's sass level was at 100 in this episode. He had so many jokes, and he kills.
And I love his reactions when Dunk is talking to Tansel because it's not even jokes; it's just in his face and how he's reacting to how
my gosh,
is talking.
He's so funny.
Yeah.
The scene where he's after that, where they're having the pep talk, and Dunk's like talking about how he's like, people used to call me dumb.
Yeah.
And then he's like, doesn't say anything else. And he's like, so what did you do about it?
Dunk's like, that's none of your business.
They're great. They have such great chemistry.
They have excellent chemistry. Yeah, the two actors. I saw a thing about how they before they started filming, the two actors hung out.
They should have go on a road trip.
They went and did activities together.
That's
to,
awesome.
Hang out as friends to
went to the
get
arcade.
to know each other to build that chemistry. And it works because they have it.
Yeah, they could not be more perfectly cast.
Yeah,
both of them.
100%.
What's your next one?
So my next one is actually just reiterating one you already had, which is that I love the glimpses that we're getting of Sir Arlen flashbacks. So we can already talk about that.
Yeah.
But he's just such a really interesting character. He's a complicated guy. We see more of his story as the show goes on. I really like Sir Arlen Pennytree. He's a really, really fascinating character. I love how much we get to see him in this show. And opening with just full frontal hog display. We're really getting to know the man.
You're really into that hog, man.
We're really getting to know this man.
More than I was prepared
more than a lot of people probably want to. I'm always excited to see hog on.
I'm aware.
It's, gender equality.
Exactly. Power of the people. My next one is I was so excited to see Florian and Jonquil in the story.
Yeah.
In the books, that's Sansa Stark's favorite story, and she talks about it all the time. And it's a story about a fool, like a king's fool who falls in love with a lady, and he decides to become a knight to like impress her. It's a really like sweet story, and Sansa talks about it all the time, and she's one of my all-time favorite characters, and I don't care what you think about that. But yeah, the puppet shows are so cool, and
the puppets themselves are very cool.
Yeah.
I love the big dragon.
They're beautiful.
The flame trick with the pollen is neat. Yeah, I think they touch on they like mention it in Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
but they don't really talk about it very much.
Yeah.
It just gets like an offhand mention. But it's they go into more detail of the whole story in the books. My next item. So yeah, Dunk his affection for his horses is really sweet. We see it when he sells Sweetfoot in this episode, and he makes sure that Sweetfoot will get oats and an apple. Yeah, it's just really nice. It's a really nice character building element for Dunk. Just further showing how just kind of a nice guy he is. Like, he has a real bond with these horses. He cares about them a lot. So it really hurts. You can see how much it hurts him to have to sell Sweetfoot to get this armor.
Yeah, that was painful.
Yeah.
I was sad for him.
Yep.
I hope he gets her back.
Yeah.
I really do. My next one is Duncan Tansel. I love their chemistry. The girl that plays Tansel is so beautiful.
Yeah, she's very pretty.
Yeah, I think she's great. I love that they cast a woman of color in that role. I was not expecting that, and I love it. The way he looks at her, like, I know he's acting, but is he acting? I wonder how tall she actually is.
Yeah, I assume she's actually somewhat tall.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know either. It's difficult because they cast everyone else so short.
Yeah.
So you can't get a good sense.
Yeah, because what's his name? The actor that plays Dunk is only 6'4", but they make him look, 6'9", 6'10" throughout the course of the show, just because how it's shot, which is very clever. Casting shorter actors, lowering the doors,
perspective,
all adds to the illusion.
Yeah,
very well done.
Agreed.
My final top 5 item was the closing line when Dunk says, "On the morrow we will show him what his hand has wrought."
Yeah, that was hard.
Cold, badass line to close the episode on. Gave me chills. Has me hyped for the next episode.
It was hard.
Show them what his hand has wrought, Dunk. Yes.
I loved that whole final scene. Is so good.
Yeah, Dunk was clearly like shaken after seeing the
how violent it was.
How violent it is and how intense it is. He's, trained for most of his life, but he's never actually seen battle himself. So he was clearly shaken up, and he was shaken up back at camp, but I love that it closes when he finds his resolve, and he's like, "We're going to show these motherfuckers what's up." Hedge night, baby.
Gang, gang. My final one, number 1, is Baelor Targaryen. He's so cool.
Yeah.
How about he's the next in line for the Iron Throne, and he's nice to poor people.
Yeah, what an insane.
What? Nobody is nice to poor people. They're so mean to him. It made me really, not only that, but the fact that he remembers Sir Arlen, that's lovely.
Yeah. Yeah, he seems to have a really good memory.
No one else
literally
cared.
No one gave a fuck.
Of course. And it was just great. It was great character choice.
And he's the hand of the king, so yeah.
Exactly.
It's wonderful that he's such a
nice
dude. Guy.
Yeah.
I hope nothing bad happens to him.
Yeah, those are my tops.
Yep, that's all. We got through all mine.
You have any other things about the episode you want to discuss?
Man, not real. I feel like we covered everything that sticks out to me. We haven't done our Queen of Love and Beauty
Mhm.
and Florian the Fool designations.
Let's do
yet.
it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So where do you want to start?
Florian.
Okay. My Florian the Fool is Aryan Bright Flame Targaryen.
Good call.
Prince douchebag himself, shitting on Dunk and being such a douche to Dunk. It's not cool, man. Dunk's great. How dare you? I'm not gonna have any of this nonsense. I hope he gets his comeuppance.
That's a good choice. I went with House Tully man that I just called Fish Boy, because that was mad gross.
That's Lord Leo Longthorn Tyrell. I looked it up.
The guy, the Tully?
Oh no, sorry, I was thinking of Tyrell, not Tully.
Yeah.
I don't know who the Tully Knight is.
Yeah, I was like, I'm surprised.
I tried to look that.
Yeah,
I completely mixed up Tully
and Tyrell.
And Tyrell.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I tried to look up who the Tully. I wanted to find out what Tully is this.
Yeah.
But I couldn't find any info online.
Yeah, we could probably find it in the novella if it's in there,
it's
but
probably,
it might not be in
there.
there.
I don't remember.
It might just be a random.
I started rereading the short story,
Mhm.
but I didn't get that far. I didn't get up to that point, so I don't know if he's mentioned specifically if there's a whole fish head eating thing in that. I don't remember.
I don't remember that either. Yeah.
Since I read it.
All right. And who's getting your Queen of Love and Beauty this week?
My Queen of Love and Beauty this week is Sir Arlen's scene-stealing, foot-long prosthetic hog.
Do you spend time together?
I think I wrote that as a joke in my notes, but I'm going with it. That's my Queen of Love and Beauty.
Excellent choice, babe. Mine's going to Egg this week. He was killing it.
Yeah.
Just joke after every joke he had was so funny.
Yeah.
And I just think that kid is great.
Yeah.
And I am not a person who thinks that children should be actors.
Right. Yeah,
but,
that's the whole thing.
Yeah. Yes, it is. But yeah, I think that kid's so good and so talented, and he was just great in this episode.
Yeah. Yeah, lots of really funny moments from Egg. Mm-hmm. Lots of great Egg moments.
All right. Well, I think that's it for this week.
Yeah.
You guys have a good one. Stay safe, and we'll be back next week.
Yep. Take care, everyone. Fuck ice.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.